Today is bittersweet for us. We're saying goodbye to our camper, which has served us well. We are just under 2 years. So just coming up at the end of December. So we are 3 months shy of when we bought it. We bought it, I think it was the end of March. And it'll be 2 years in 21, so in 19. And it has been an awesome camper for us. We've had such a good time. We've done over 16,000 miles in it. We didn't name it, which is actually funny because we seem to name everything. We name our dogs toys. We name our vacuum cleaner, our pool cleaner. We even name our housemate's dog's poo based on its location. But yet we never named the camper. We have a feeling that might have to change in the next one. So it's been great. We ended up having a lot of damage happened to it on the road based on how it was originally done, but we took it in, we got it fixed. It was all covered by our insurance, which was awesome. And it's just really been an incredible experience. We're going to miss it. I'm not going to miss having to go to the toilet though in the middle of the night or in the rain. We're moving on to a larger camper. This one's definitely served us well. The grill that we have, which I've fully cleaned for the people who are buying it, the grill, I can say, came out probably every night that we camped with the exception of maybe 5 nights. So that grill has been amazing. We never ran out of propane. I used, like I said, use the grill all the time. We only ended up refilling the tank simply because we had to do, basically because I don't know, I think we needed one for home. So we're like, hey, let's go take it out and we'll use that. So it's been really fantastic. I'm just gonna do a quick walk around just to show the last bit so I can always remember what's going on here. And that was that furnace, great, didn't have to worry about it at all. We did use it once, and no, we never used it. The 30 amp power cord, which has served us well. We need to buy a surge guard for the new one. We've had to have this replaced. This top one came off, the cover for the refrigerator came off on one of our trips. I don't think I secured it properly, so we had to order and buy a new one of those. That wasn't cheap either. It's kind of crazy. Never used the water fill, never did anything with the water, never did anything with this water. I don't even know what this is. I figure if I pull it off, okay, so that's fresh water that you would hook up. We never did that. So we'll just close that. I don't even know what this one is. I think it's something similar. And then this one I think is if you're just gonna fill your tank. I don't even know. Shower, never used it. Looked at it twice, that's about it. Air conditioner. So we didn't have it leveled right for much of our driving and camping experiences. So since it wasn't leveled right, it didn't drain right. So we had to take it in, and when we took it in, they flushed it all out. It was full of sawdust. So apparently all you got to do is just flush it out, and that's all they said. They said just clean it out every now and again. So since then we've taken care of that. These hatches are ridiculously small. I'm looking forward to larger hatches. But you know what? They held everything we needed. Our bike rack, yeah, we have no idea what happened at some point along the way. The bar broke through here at the back when we had everything fixed. They took care of that. They re-welded everything so it's nice and solid. We had to remove the spare tire, but don't worry, it went underneath the bed and got stored there in order to be able to have the bike rack. We're going to miss these stickers here because built for the Wild Yeti. We got that when I got my first Yeti thermos. Our Vegas Knights were strong supporters. And then of course you got to look over here. Bulldogs, this is Australia. So NRL Bulldogs, and then of course there's the picture of the Australia, and of course when we take off our license plates, I've got my Buckeyes license plate surround, so we'll be removing that. So coming back through, just a quick walkthrough in the camper itself. I installed this little bit of a magnet and another magnet because the door kept closing. So I said, hey, let's figure this out. So installed that. These are for dogs' leashes, so to hook up, hang anything you need. this step, believe it or not, I'm going to actually miss because it's only one step in. Anything we get is going to have 2 or 3 steps. But that's all right. Brand new speaker, courtesy of replacement because that blew as well on our drive. And I love having that grill. The grill and the LP Quick Connect, which is right down here. Easy access right there at the edge. Everything I've been looking at, they're further back. And so as long as they have it, I'll be just fine. Just kind of looking in here. We set this up. We actually never had it like this. I unscrewed the holders from the floor, took everything out, and this stayed as a bed the entire time. I have these little lights. So one light I put up here because this light's so bright. So we did these little small ones, and you can actually just turn them on by doing that, and it's lights up. It's a light blue. It's nice and soft. And with it though came a little remote. So the remote was handy. It's kind of an interesting place because I had one here right inside the door, which was great. I just reached in, turned it on, could have some light inside. Yeah, if you keep the seats up, it's in the way. Didn't think about it when I did it that way because we never used it. Other than that, added a couple little hooks. Basically didn't do a whole lot to the camper to make it worth it for us and to make it personalized. That was it, just those lights. And then of course there's the one light that I put over top of the main bed, so there was a second little one there. Reinforced, microwave totally reinforced in order to be able to keep it in the space while driving down the road. Added a hook here. This is great if you do have pets. Put a little hook right inside the door. Take a towel and hang it there. I'd use a washcloth because we have little dogs. Just cut a hole inside the corner of one, and I could just hang it there, and I can wipe their paws before they come in. Kept the floor clean, which was always nice. We always took the antenna off in order to be able to put it outside. And once we arrived at the campground, we didn't drive with it on because it would swing and it would loosen. So we realized just take it off, and half the time we didn't even need it, so we just left it right there. Drawers, what I also call my screw collector. This is extra stuff if you want to put the bed down. I use these 2 little pieces to keep the table middle part to make the dinette nice and flat. These are the extra. I took these off the walls, but they have I left these in here, so the new owner can go ahead and just use those. And then excess screws. As always, you will always get excess screws. At any camper you have, if you own a camper, you know this. There will be extra screws. You don't know where they come from. You just assume that they're extra, and that's about it. Awesome air conditioner. Once we had it flushed and fixed, it's so great. Leave it set on auto. Auto really does make it work better. It does come on and off. It is louder, but I like the noise, so it worked out really, really well for us. Under the bed, there's the spare tire, and it's got a great cover on it too, even though it's not sitting outside. So if it gets put back out, that works. Let's see, that's the air conditioner cover screwed in most places. As I said, we just get extra screws sometimes. Never use the sink except to hold things. That was it. This is basically where we kept a little bit of our food, our paper plates, and our paper towels. I also kept spices here, and then I would take them out when we arrived, and I would set my spices back here. It worked out well. You can tell we've never used this. Never took any of the warnings off, which is nice for anybody else. And I think it's really funny. When you set up this camp stove, it's actually got these side things here. And at first I thought, whoops, sorry. At first I thought it was funny because I'm thinking, why would you have wind in the camper? And then I realized, oh, it has nothing to do with the wind. It's to keep the fire and any grease that splatters from getting outside of that area. Yeah, didn't matter. Never used it. Brand new. Good to go. All right, and then finishing up. The converter. Yep, totally had that replaced, which is great. It's so it's brand new because it has never worked for us. So our batteries died. Brand new battery, brand new converter. Everything has really worked out well. Again, I took those out, and this was awesome storage space. You just slide bins underneath, it works. So inside speaker there that I don't think we ever used, maybe once or twice. The outside speaker is what we did use. And then just to finish up, I definitely charged my phone regularly every night using this USB. It was so convenient to have it. I wish it had been there, which is where I slept, but not necessary. Dometic, the controller, everything is good with the heat pump. The air conditioner and the furnace all works through there. And then we've got the little switch here that just does a little tiny light. It's a little floor light, which actually worked out really well. We just turned that on at night. It was nice to have that and not the big lights. When you come down to the, when we looked at the, this would go off because the battery would die. This runs all the time. So you need the battery disconnect. You really want to make sure you've got that. So the, turn off switch or something like that. So that's recommended that you have that. You have a surge guard for your power, which we didn't have. Make sure you've got leveling blocks so that you can level the camper before you actually end up realizing that these are stabilizer bars, not leveling bars. So you level the camper first using the drive up blocks. We have like the Lego kind. So you drive up onto it to level basic, and you level here front to back using your tongue. And then once it's all level, you go ahead and you do the leveling jacks to make it stable. Because they're not leveling jacks, they're stabilizer. So stabilizing bars, jacks, I don't care, whatever you want to call them. They're for stability, not for leveling. Lastly, we put this on. You can see it's not level. We put these on, and this helped us the last 2 times that we set this up. It was great. So this one level on the side definitely has the 0 direct center. But we had trouble with the when we were screwing this one in. So this one actually is level, and it's not level direct center. So when you level it, the 0 and the 1, it needs to be directly in the middle of the 0 and the 1. So this is actually level side to side. So there she is. She's been a great camper for us. We have to replace out these 2 tanks before they go. These are ones with our gauges, and there are new ones. We do have other ones that we're going to put that are there. It's been a great camper. It's been a lot of fun. Matt, would you like to come out here and say a word?
I was listening in, as soon as you said everything. I mean, yeah, it's been a great camper. It's awesome. It's been good times. A couple of really good. No, I don't need to get the pictures.
All right, that's all right. It's all good. We'll be in the reflection right there.
There you go. No, I think it's been great, and I'm really glad that the people that are buying it are first-time RVers, and they're going to use it. I think like a lot like we did, and that's what it's for. I mean, I suppose you'd call it an entry-level RV. I'm not sure, but it's
I would definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, it's awesome. It does everything it promises to